Media fraternity mourns the demise of veteran broadcaster Alhaji Sajo Barrow. President Adama Barrow's political advisor warns of negative effects of turning Gambia into a secular state. Tens of thousands of people continue to protest against the recently ratified Citizenship Amendment Act in India. These and more coming on The World Today. It is 12:30 GMT, and here in our studios in Banjul, you are watching The World Today. I am Amadou Kante, and now the news in detail. We begin with a press release from State House on public holiday announcements. As Christians in the Gambia join the rest of the world to celebrate Christmas, President Barrow declares 2 days of public holiday. And here is the full text of the release. The public is hereby informed that the President of the Republic, His Excellency Mr. Adama Barrow, acting under Section 76 of the 1997 Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia, is pleased to declare Tuesday and Wednesday, 25th and 26th December 2019, respectively, as public holidays throughout the Gambia in observance of Christmas. On behalf of the First Family and the government of the Gambia, the President wishes everyone, in particular the Christians community, a Merry Christmas. From that media dispatch from State House to another story, of course a short one, because the media fraternity in the country is since the passing of famous news broadcaster Alhaji Sajo Barrow on Sunday, gripped with somber mood. Barrow, who died at the age of 65, was laid to rest on Monday in the possession of thousands of mourners from diverse backgrounds, including the media and the civil service. Early December, news of his death went viral on social media, but that was proven wrong until Sunday evening. He died after a brief illness. Let's have more in this report.
President West Coast in
Veteran broadcaster Alhaji Sajo Barrow has been laid to exactly 2 days before his 66th birthday. He died following a brief illness, says family sources. Thousands of mourners from diverse backgrounds, including media and the civil service, joined the procession in which his coffin was held above heads to his final home on earth. Speaking at the funeral convergence, Minister of Information and Communication Infrastructure, Ibrahim Asila, described the demise of Barrow as a loss for GRTS and for the country. He said Sajo was one of those who instituted the local language broadcasting training in the history of media in the country.
Sajo Barrow, the late Mansour Njai, the late Lalo Samate, Jena Banyang, and the rest were the ones who were training us in local language broadcasting, but also English language broadcasting, especially news reading. So we are extremely very grateful to Alhaji Sajo Barrow, a doyen, a committed person, somebody who actually gave everything to the Gambia, a consummate Gambian who loved this country so much, who loved his profession, and he did his he performed his job with integrity, with professionalism, with honesty and love for the country. And I think the younger generation have a lot to learn from this. You will never stand tall in your profession when you are not professional, when you don't have integrity, when you are engaged in this issue of dividing people using your profession. I think, we should all learn a thing or two from Alhaji Sajo.
The late Barrow is remembered in one aspect for his popular program, The Jamano, that sum up weekly national and global stories on the Gambia radio and television services GRTS. He has since retirement initiated a daily news review program on Star FM radio. He created passion in breaking down complex English language into Mandinka tongue for audiences across the country. For the Director General of the Gambia Radio and Television Services, It was a sad day for his institution.
Alaku kay aketan tole balafa bat anin suno bawo JRTS modulal timi alon sadio do ko keje fa shara sanyitan sabati ameta do ko la je bake en sadio la do ko kay faraman sata bake Gambia be alon han ba Gambia e banta mo jamale sadio lo nte fala mo kende ya nala banku kano tolni ko yata bake JRTS bele ni ko yata bawon te kay nga sadio lo mbake la manke biti na meta do ko la many years fo bi anata futata bila waketa nyesunu bati ala do ku kendo mi ngake banko kamba jayila la mbe duala ifana akata damin ala sije sone ay.
Born on 26 December 1953 in Central River Region, village of Nyamina Kudang, Sadio Barrow survived over 3 decades of experience in the field of journalism, through which he was known as one of the country's most talented broadcasters.
Warning ay nataw fanan soto aning article 19 molu.
Reporting for Africa News, I am Amadou Kante.
Yes, that was a report there on the demise of the late Alhaji Sadio Barrow, and we continue to pray for him, and of course may Jantul Firdaus be his of course final destiny. Now of course we will talk on UN matters, because United Nations spokesperson Stephen Dujarric have said that the Secretary General continues to stress the need for an independent and impartial investigation into the murder of Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi to ensure full examination and accountability for human rights violations committed in the case. Speaking in New York, Mr. Dujarric said they have taken note of the reports that 8 people have been convicted and sentenced over Khashoggi's murder in the court in Riyadh. Let's take a listen.
Reports of today's that 8 people have been convicted and sentenced over the murder of Jamal Khashoggi in the court in Riyadh. The Secretary General continues to stress the need for an independent and impartial investigation into the murder to ensure full examination of and accountability for human rights violations committed in the case. The Secretary General also reiterates the UN's commitment to ensuring freedom of expression and protection of journalists, as well as our long-standing opposition to the death penalty.
United Nations spokesperson speaking there, Dujarric. Now, of course, we will come back home and talk on the hottest issue in the country, that is the secular. Now, in a forced public statement of a senior government official, the political advisor to President Adama Barrow has warned the negative effects of turning Gambia into a secular state. Siaka Jatta, who took part in the constitutional consultation organized by concerned citizens over the weekend, said his stance was purely personal and not that of the office of the president. As the Gambia is working to get a new constitution, he posited that the inclusion of foreign laws could cause the rejection of the book during referendum. Julden Jai has more in this report.
President Adama Barrow's political advisor Siaka Jatta has identified himself among the campaigners against the definition of Gambia as a secular state in the new constitution. He was speaking on Sunday during a conference of Islamic religious and traditional leaders organized by concerned citizens on Gambia's draft constitution held at Q City. In what he called a defense of religion, Siaka challenged the idea for destruction of houses of worship from public places across the country.
Debe molu kono me yala mbenna dino le fasala nde son na nasembo benna jaman kilinta boy la fo ngalo ngakafu nde jaman boy ndela.
I am part of those who will defend the Islamic religion. If I have the power, we will not demolish even one mosque, except if we add more, and we will not offend any religion, because it is religion that makes a person and that disciplines a person. It makes a person to be humble. It also makes a person what he will become tomorrow.
Yo mantra diam kam man satola de mbediam kam fang sondo molla anime munna mira loti.
His comments came on the heels of debate as to whether secularism should define the Gambia or not in build-up to the next constitution to replace that of the 1997 tailored by the government of ex-president Yahya Jammeh. Mr. Jatta is first senior government official to make a public stance on the issue. Since the beginning of the consultation on the draft constitution by the Constitutional Review Commission, Earlier in December, former Minister of Agriculture and then leader of the PPP, Omar Amadou Jallo, proposed to the Constitutional Review Commission to illegalize the construction of mosques in public places. However, the presidential advisor begged to differ on principles that religion is the system of human civility.
Nabita referendum moto. Fewo fe nabe na dinol tinyala. Aben na dinol kafiriyandi lambulokono. Abe kunati lantel man lafi menna.
When it is taken for referendum, anything that will destroy our religions, make our children disbelievers and bring issues that we don't want, whether religion or culture, we should all stand to tell people not to vote it. If what we want is all available in the constitution, we can vote for yes. But if they are not there, we can vote for no.
Imam Fati kwenye vote no. Ndebe bulala mola kono membe campaign la ngafo kono. Sako Dr. Jamal membebe sirin koma. Dr. Jamal to moja.
Jatta, who clarified that he was speaking on personal opinion and not that of the presidency, encouraged Gambians to vote against any provision that will destroy religious and cultural norms of the country. For iAfrica News, I am Julden Yai.
Well, thank you very much, Julden Jai, for filing on that report as the issue of secular or secularism continue to be a hot debate in the country. Now, from that report, we will take a break and come back shortly with the remaining of our stories. Stay with us. Welcome back. You are watching The World Today on Africa TV, and now to the rest of our stories. In Nigeria, Global Ride launched a pilot boat service in the commercial capital Lagos to offer commuters good option to the daily road traffic jams. Lagos said to be the highest car destinies in the world, with about 200 cars for every kilometer, causing traffic congestion. The boat service manages to beat the normal transport fare by 50%, with aim to provide commuters with easy and affordable means to go to and from workplaces. Let's have more in this report.
If there's one thing Lagos is notorious for, it is traffic jam. One research shows residents spend an estimated 6 hours in traffic commuting around the city every day. But with the city's improving ferry service, more residents are now trying out the waterways, which cut commuting time by about 90%, and Sandra is one of them.
The ferry does it fast, yeah, because I spend barely 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes getting to work on the island. But if I'm going to take the bus, I spend close to 3 to 4 hours, depending on the time I leave my house. The ferry is very seamless. I mean, boarding, very seamless. It's very convenient for me. It's quicker for me, and stress-free, really, basically.
They improve